Austin. I'm from Austin, home of the Longhorns. Where out-of-towners come here slipping and get strong on.
Yo, you just got through checking out Southbound and Greazo's video, That Ain't Right, which was showcased at this last year's South by Southwest Hip Hop Showcase, featuring 1/3 of the group League of Extraordinary G's from right here in Austin, Texas. Shout out to the other 2/3, COD and Dred Scott.
Yes, sir, and we also got a great interview coming up for y'all with one of Houston's heavyweights, Paul Wall. We actually met up with him this past July. We met up with him, ESG, his son, 9-year-old rapper, Killer B is also going to be in the interview, so definitely keep it locked. This is Classroom Starters. He's Marcus. I'm Teo. This is Longhorn Hip Hop. Keep it locked, Austin. We about to get some food because we are hungry. Peace.
Man, University of Texas. I'm with Paul Wall and Johnny Dang. We're here at the listening party for Paul Wall's new album, Heart of a Champion.
Yes, sir.
And the lead single right now is called I'm on Patron. And first question I wanted to ask you, Paul, was, how have you managed to stay in the game for so long?
I mean, just keeping good relationships with people and working hard, keeping the same work ethic you had when you came in the game, It's not handed to you. Nothing's handed to nobody. So you got to just work, continue to work, even if you see some success and you make it, you still got to keep working. So as long as you keep grinding, putting out good music, it's the quality over quantity any day. So make sure you keep putting out good music and, and working hard, keeping relationships alive,
Cool. One thing that's been a constant on Paul Wall's albums is he's maintained that Houston sound while still managing to break out into the national scene. So, What do you think the importance is of, respecting your elders, the people that came before you that invented and created that Houston sound?
Well, for me, I grew up as a fan of it, so I'm a fan of it more than anything. So that's, I try to emulate the people who I grew up admiring, So with the music, I try to do the same thing. And I don't want to steer too far out my lane, Like, I don't go in with a set, motive or objective. I just go in and try to make good music, and that's the kind of music I like to listen to, so I like to make the same kind of music, too.
Cool. And we're here at Johnny Dang Jewelry & Co. So one thing I wanted to know is, was it your business first and then you met Paul, or?
Yeah, that's we start. It's long time back. Me and Paul, we start together business, and we start with the well-known by the grill. Everyone know me and Paul make it real popular on the grill and custom jewelry. And now you see we live at my factory. It's not in front with the jewelry store, in the back of factory. We coming up in 1, 2, and this is the 3rd location we got.
Very cool. So how did you two meet up?
Johnny had a jewelry repair, and he was making jewelry, and I was like more of the salesperson. So I'd come to him to get your stuff made, and then we ended up partnering up and just taking it from there.
All right. What's up, y'all? University of Texas. Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, I've been practicing my beatboxing, so we're here with ESG, a Houston OG, a legend. ESG, what's the importance of not burning bridges and maintaining your connections here in Houston?
Oh, man. The importance of that is, you never know when you may need someone. You know what I'm saying? And ATL, New York, so many other major cities as far as hip-hop and music is concerned have always kept doors open. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a natural act for me, a natural way of life for me. It's like, way back, like even when Paul and Cam them first came out, I used to be like, who are those little cats? You know what I'm saying? I ain't really know them. And Slim knew them, and I used to be like, hey, you need to get them, you need to try to sign them. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like that. So, it's always good to keep that business mind on, your business hat on, man, and just keep it 100, man, and make sure, because there's enough room for everybody in this game. There's so many genres of music. As far as hip-hop and rap is concerned, everybody has a different story. Everybody has been through different. Everybody's not a killer. Everybody's not a drug dealer. Everybody's not a gangster. So we just want to hear all music. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree. So can you tell us, do you have any new projects that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I'm working on my brand new album, The Owner's Manual. Will be coming soon. Just started on it. I'm about 40%. Power Wild gonna be on there too. While he over there hiding. I already reached out to him for that. Yeah. But I got Young Buck on there. Me and Slim, J-Dog. It's gonna be something special. But I ain't stopping, man. You know what I'm saying? New mixtape coming. Matter of fact, my son, 9-year-old Killer B, was 1 pound when he was born. Doctors say he might be blind, might be crippled. Now he's making good grades, and he's a monster on the mic. And we got his mixtape, and he gonna be on my new album.
Say what's up to Austin.
What's up? Cold baby only weigh 1 pound. Lose 79, young prince of H-Time. Watch you put it down, pass me the crown. Schoolboy fresh, no pants on the grind. Doing big shows before I turn 9. Doctor told my parents I might be blind. Thank the G.O.D. I turned out fine. It's your boy Killer B. It's my turn to shine. On the court I'm quick, we won a championship. Levi's Polo, Abercrombie and Fitch, already dropping hits, can't nothing stop me now. Draw me flow, I'm about to shut it down. A's and B's on my test, trying to be the best. Stay fresh, dress, and forget that I'm blessed. My daddy told me how he made it out the hood. So I work hard, gotta keep my grades good. Go for what you know, can't hold back. You can be anything, go by my shoulders that. Don't forget the name, Young Killer B. Turn on the truck, DVD. Ain't no school bus for me. Everybody hates Chris, baby G. On my wrist, never heard a third grader with blow like this. Chill.
Chill. Yes, sir. That was our interview with Paul Wall, ESG, and his son Killer B. Shout out to Paul Wall for letting us do that interview. Don't forget his new album, Heart of a Champion, in stores right now. Features a song with Jay Electronica on there, one of my personal favorites. Definitely killed it. Shout out to Johnny Dang, by the way, also for getting in on a little rhyme tip right there, because most of us know him for his jewelry, but I don't think anybody knew that he could rhyme like that, so shout out to him as well. For the next segment of the show, we got an interview with a hip-hop legend, another one, but it's from the East Coast. I think I'll let Marcus tell you more about that.
Yeah, we got an interview with Big Daddy Kane at the Old School Jam here in Austin back in August. One of the greatest rappers of all time. It was such a privilege to interview dude, just to talk to him, just to get a taste of his energy and what drives him. So check out the interview we did back in August with Big Daddy Kane, and you're still watching Longhorn Hip Hop with Marcus and Teo. Cheer.
Come, get some, you little bum. I take the cake, but you can't.
Yo, what's good? It's Marcus MD of the Marcus and Teo Show and GetFreshKid.com. I'm here with Big Daddy Kane, the living legend, Mr. No Hap Steppin'. Just came off the stage. We're backstage at Austin Music Hall. How do you feel after your set?
I'm good, man. I mean, the crowd was live, mad hype. I mean, I love it, man. You know, I wish we were still, doing another show tomorrow night. You know, the crowd was definitely live here.
Yeah. So, you're often referred to as one of the most complete MCs in hip-hop. What, in your opinion, makes up a complete MC?
Well, I mean, I guess, I guess when you talk about someone that fulfills their job, as far as the lyrical content, where you are bigger than the track itself, where you want to hear what the person said, you want to hit the rewind button, that type of thing, I think that really, makes you a great MC when you're able to have that crowd control and, control the audience, also, when you're that type of artist that people want to see, that type of thing, where like people bootleg CDs, people download music, someone would want the actual song, they would rather have the CD copy just to have the clear picture, that type of thing. Where people might buy 2 copies, one for the house, one for the car, because they want to see you, I think all that makes it a big artist.
So what were some of your biggest influences coming up when you started out with hip-hop game? Because, I mean, really your flow and your rhyme structure is really unprecedented, when you came out.
Well, as far as like rhyming, like my main influence was Grandmaster Caz, Cold Crush by I remember when I first started writing, I had some little cheesy rhymes, and someone let me hear a Cold Crush tape, and when I heard the way Caz was flowing, I knew that what I was doing was completely wrong, and I had to restructure my own style. So like lyrically, that would be my greatest influence. So I mean, other than that, I was big fans of Melly Bell, Kumo D, Run DMC, L, and like I think my greatest influence, wasn't even a hip hop artist. That would be Marvin Gaye.
So who do you find yourself listening to today? Like of all genres, not just limited to hip hop, and also who do you see your influence on the most?
I mean, I don't know. People I listen to Luke because I love Luke because I think that he's a well-rounded artist. Other than that, you know, it's probably also I like Joel Ortiz, I like Corey Guns. Other than that, you know, I pretty much listen to the R&B artists like Anthony Hamilton, Lila James, you know, Raphael Sadiq, you know, Melanie Fiona. You know.
So do you see your style influence in today's hip hop style? You know, you had you were rocking, you know, the flat top and the gold rope chains. You know, that was, you know, real something that you brought into hip hop style. Do you see any of that coming back, or do you see that?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I see people, you know, rocking, you know, borderline flat tops now, you know, and I see, you know, everybody, you know, doing the parts and their eyebrows again, you know. You know, I mean, a lot of stuff, I mean, but that's where history goes, you know, it repeats itself, you know. I mean, I got pictures of my father from the 60s with a flat top, you know. So, I mean, you know, yeah, history always repeats itself, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I had to cut my eyebrow when I went to prom high school.
That's what's up, that's what's up.
Definitely that was you. So, you know, since your last album came out, you know, you collaborated with the likes of DJ Premier, Little Brother Joel Ortiz. So talk about, we've heard that there's an album in the works that you're working on. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, right now I'm working on a musical project. My band, Connie Price and the Keystones, we're making a hip-hop soul project called The Last Supper. You know, it's not a big Daddy Kane album, so don't expect that, but I am on the album. I'm gonna be spitting on a lot of the songs, but it's gonna be a great, you know, soulful, vintage soul, vintage hip-hop project.
Well, you heard it from him. Be on the lookout for that project, for sure. It's the Marcus and Teo Show. Marcus and D signing off. Big Daddy Kane, legend. Word, you just checked out our interview with Big Daddy Kane, the living legend, Mr. No Half Steppin', at the Old School Jam back in August. Hope y'all enjoyed that. And we got another special treat coming up for y'all. Next, we're gonna give you a little snippet of an interview me and Saman did with the homie Bun B backstage at House of Blues in Houston for his album release concert. He talks a little bit about artists that you wouldn't think that Bun would be into, but that really inspired him in his music.
Yup, and after the break, we're going to give you the whole interview, so definitely keep it locked. This is Longhorn Hip Hop. Bun B coming up very, very soon.
We know from your past records that you've done, you know, your influences in hip hop, and we know that it's wide ranging. You know, you weren't influenced just from the South. You know, you were influenced by Public Enemy, Run DMC, all those guys. But we were wondering, did you have any influences outside of hip hop, like jazz, maybe, or blues, or anything like that?
You know, I listen to like Radiohead. I listen to Muse. You know, big fan of Dizzy Rascal. That's my little brother. You know what I'm saying? So. Like, I'm getting a little bit more into what's going on overseas, you know, that kind of movement, how it's starting to translate over to music over here. It's not something that I can necessarily incorporate into what I'm doing, but I'm aware of what's going on. You know, I listen to punk rock sometimes, but like older punk rock, like Suicidal Tendencies and Dead Kennedys and things like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's the kind of music I listen to get my aggression out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard for me to get it out with rap, because I know most of the rappers. So it's like, it's a little bit different.